So a former US Senator went on Real Time with Bill Maher and called Gina Carano all these things that she never was. She called her a racist, a white supremacist, a Nazi, all those words that the woke people use when they don't agree with someone's opinion. And if you haven't seen the clip, I will play that in a second, but it's just disgusting what this lady is allowed to say about Gina Carano with no repercussions. And she even caught herself from saying certain things a couple times in the clip because she knows that if she were to keep going, she was going to get sued. But the funniest thing about all this is that this plays straight into the Instagram post that Gina Carano made on the day that she got fired, the Instagram post that she got fired for. And this actually goes way deeper than you think. This person is way more connected with Disney than you think. This former US Senator Heidi Heitkamp sounds like a cartoon character. She's actually more connected with Disney than you think. And we're gonna get into all that, but first let's roll the clip.
The woman in the Mandalorian, what did she do? She liked something? Or...
She was a Nazi.
Oh, that's different, right? I'm thinking of somebody else. Well, she's not a Nazi.
She's a white. She's
involved with white supremacy. You're calling her.
She's called other people Nazis.
Right,
which is the Nazi.
Okay, everyone's a Nazi now.
Yeah.
She does hang with white supremacists.
It's like a Mel Brooks.
She does?
Movie.
Yeah.
Hangs with white.
I suppose I'm now subject to defamation.
It's so funny how as soon as they hear the words Gina Carano or associate what they're hearing with Gina Carano, they just think Nazi. For the woke people, as soon as they think about Gina Carano or hear the words Gina Carano, the word Nazi just busts out their mouth. They can't control it. There is no reason for her to call her a Nazi there, but she can't control herself. She's brainwashed. These people are brainwashed to say these things. The word Nazi no longer has any meaning because the woke mob just throws it at anyone who doesn't agree with them. And you can see that she wanted to call her a white supremacist, but she stopped herself to avoid legal action, which she still might get because this is getting too bad to not take legal action at this point. She's calling Gina Carano, but not only Gina Carano, but everyone Gina Carano surrounds herself with, associates herself with, and really anyone who supports Gina Carano or associates themselves with Gina Carano, including me and you. They're calling us racist, white supremacists, and Nazis. Who exactly is Gina Carano surrounding herself with that's white supremacist? I would love to know. Who exactly are these Nazis that Gina Carano is running with? Is it Ben Shapiro? I don't think Ben Shapiro would hire a Nazi, but that's just me. Once again, this Heidi Heitkamp person is a former US Senator, but she's actually connected with Disney. It all comes full circle. We'll get into that in a minute. But this article from Bounding Into Comics says Gina Carano describes being called a Nazi by former US Senator Heidi Heitkamp as the dehumanizing phase of cancel culture. Exactly what she was trying to say in that Instagram post a while back the day that she got fired. Gina Carano has responded to the false accusations made by Heidi Heitkamp that the former Mandalorian actress is a Nazi and white supremacist, describing the former North Dakota senator's rhetoric as the dehumanizing phase of cancel culture. And Gina is spot on with this one, and her response to the tweet was actually pretty perfect. The moment was brought to widespread attention on social media by YetiCast, who shared a clip of the exchange on Twitter. Shout out to YetiCast, great guy, go subscribe to his channel. Gina Carano was fired from Disney and Lucasfilm on February 11th following her sharing of an Instagram post to her account which warned that Jews were beaten in the streets not by Nazi soldiers but by their neighbors, even by children. Because history is edited, most people today don't realize that to get to the point where Nazi soldiers could easily round up thousands of Jews, the government first made their own neighbors hate them simply for being Jews. How is that any different from hating someone for their political views? And like I've always said, this isn't a one-to-one comparison. Being a Republican today, being a right-wing person today isn't comparable to being a Jew during the Holocaust. But that's not really what she's saying. She's saying that people are normalizing the fact that you can hate someone for being a right-wing, being a Republican today. The fact that a former US Senator can go on a talk show and say that stuff with no repercussions, she's not going to lose her job because she works for guess who? Disney. But the fact that that's socially acceptable, the fact that that lady isn't canceled. When if you flip it the other way, if Gina Carano were to go on that talk show and talk about a former US Senator like that, let's just act like Gina Carano wasn't already canceled. She's 100% getting canceled for that. It just doesn't make any sense. But then Gina Carano claps back at the former US Senator. She responds to YetiCast's tweet. Carano retweeted the post and asserted that here we have more of the dehumanizing phase of cancel culture. Repeat lies over and over until the population takes them as truth. False, disturbing, and disgusting language coming from a former US Senator. You knew as soon as you said it, you were liable. She did. She caught herself multiple times knowing that she was going to get sued if she kept going, and she still might get sued anyway. But Gina Carano just continues to hit the nail on the head on every post that she makes about this type of thing. I don't know how she does it. I don't know how she stays so headstrong, because it seems like she's getting attacked over and over again, not just in public like this lady did, but even getting censored by Twitter. It seems like it's never-ending attacks on Gina Carano, and it's really just not right. And the whole reason for it is because she has some right-wing beliefs, because she has some conservative beliefs. When before all of this happened, she never even identified with a side. She never took a side of politics. She said this last election was her first time voting. It's not like her entire identity identity is consumed with politics like some other actors and actresses out there. Like Mark Hamill, he has Trump derangement syndrome like crazy. For the last 4 years, all he tweeted about was how bad Trump was, how bad right-wing conservative people are. And I've never identified with the side. I don't know what the hell I am, like I always say, but I am able to see the hypocrisy on both sides. And when your entire personality, when your entire identity becomes consumed with politics, what side of politics you're on, what side of politics you hate, that's an unhealthy way to live, and it's not a fun way to live. It's not a good way to live your life. You have a very limited time on this earth. You shouldn't be consumed with politics. It doesn't matter that much. But when it gets to this point, when you're straight up defaming and slandering someone on national television, a stand needs to be taken not only on social media like I'm doing with this video and like many others have done already, but also at some point we have to stand up legally. Gina Carano needs to take legal action on this lady and show everyone that they can't do that to her. I don't even care if this lady makes a public apology. The damage is already done. You said this on national television and you got applause, showing everyone that not only are these actions acceptable, but that these words are true, and none of them are true. I promise you, if you go up to Gina Carano or anyone who associates with Gina Carano and you ask them if they support Nazis or white supremacy, they will tell you how much they hate Nazis and white supremacy. But it just makes total sense that this person is affiliated with Disney. Shout out to Force of Light for this tweet. If you don't follow them, go follow them on Twitter. They tweeted out a screenshot of Heidi Heitkamp's Twitter and said, well, what do you know? She works with Disney-owned ABC. So Heidi Heitkamp is affiliated with Disney. This just keeps going deeper and deeper, and I know I sound like I have a tinfoil hat on, but this really is some deep-rooted stuff. They're really trying to dehumanize conservatives and make it okay for this type of thing to happen. And at some point, we have to take a stand. Like I said, not only on social media, not only in videos like this one. No one on either side should be able to spread lies on national TV like that about any side politically, about any one person, regardless of their political affiliation. That shouldn't be allowed. But I think Gina Carano's response to this was so perfect, and Heidi Heitkamp can't even see the irony. She can't even see the hypocrisy in her statement, but everyone else can. And it just makes her look like an absolute idiot. But even if she is an absolute idiot, she can't be allowed to say what she said. Let me know what you guys think in the comments about this whole situation. Let me know what you think about Gina's response. Do you think that Gina should take legal action, or do you think that she should just let the woke people eat themselves alive? Because eventually they will. They can't see irony, they can't see the hypocrisy in what they're saying, so eventually they'll just eat themselves alive. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you hate Kathleen Kennedy as much as I do, check out my Ruined by Kathleen Kennedy merch linked in the description. If you did enjoy this video, please leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. If you want to follow me on Twitter or join the Discord, both of those links will be in the description as well. Thank you for watching the video, and I'll see you on the next one.